Okay, good morning, all. Okay, this is the part 9 of excretory products and their elimination. Welcome to Laksha Academy YouTube channel. And this is the nephron, different parts of the nephron and their location. Okay, in the previous two parts, okay, I have published this same flowchart you have seen in the previous two parts also. But here there I mentioned renal capsule, that not renal capsule, sorry. This is the renal corpuscle. Renal corpuscle. Okay, make correct that one. Okay, nephron has two parts, Malphizian body and renal corpuscle, renal tubule. Okay, in this part we are going to learn vascular system of kidney. Okay, what is the blood circulation, how blood comes to uh, our kidney from our heart, and again how it goes back to heart from the kidney. Okay, you can see here, and in the next part here, blood is coming from our heart through aorta, renal artery, segmental artery, interlobular artery, and next arcuate artery, interlobular artery. Next one, afferent arteriole, glomerulus, efferent arteriole, and peritubular capillaries, vasa rectum, and interlobular venule, vein, arcuate vein. Okay, next one, interlobular. You can see here interlobular vein, and interlobular artery. This one, and finally form renal vein. This is the renal vein. This renal vein joins with inferior vena cava. Again, blood goes to heart. Okay, this is the blood circulation. Vascular system of kidney. It is not given in a textbook, but it is there. It is not given in a specific order. Okay, vascular system. Renal artery arises from the aorta. Okay, renal artery. Okay, this renal artery, this is the renal artery. It arises from aorta. Here one aorta comes. This is the aorta. It comes down, descending aorta, and from that one branch arises. That is called renal artery. Okay, renal artery arises from the aorta and carries blood to kidney. It carries blood to kidney. Can you name the blood vessel that enters into the kidney? Renal artery. Can you name the blood vessel that leaves the kidney? Renal vein. That is the first two marks. Okay, that's about renal artery. And efferent arteriole. It arises from the renal artery. It arises from the efferent arteriole. It arises from the renal artery. మధ్యలో చాలా ఉన్నాయి. In between this renal artery and efferent arteriole, there are many are there segmental. Okay, you can see here segmental artery, interlobar, interlobular. Okay, there are different, but these are not there in our syllabus. From here to here, we don't have these four in our syllabus. They have given directly from renal artery to efferent arteriole. Okay, afferent arteriole arises from the renal artery, enters into Bowman's capsule, enters into Bowman's capsule. Observe here. Okay, this is the afferent arteriole. Okay, afferent arteriole. Okay, it is arising from interlobular afferent arteriole. Observe here. Afferent arteriole, interlobular artery. Interlobular artery. It is giving rise to efferent arteriole, and it is entering into the Bowman's capsule. It forming a network of capillaries called glomerulus, and it is leaving the Bowman's capsule as efferent arteriole. Here there is one arteriole, here another arteriole. Between the two arteriole, there is a capillary network is present. That is very important point. We don't find in our body generally. Arteries send in capillaries, and veins begin with capillaries. Okay, you can observe here. There is a capillary between arteriole and arteriole. Between two arterioles, capillaries are present. That is very important point. And here incoming blood vessel, as it is coming into the blood woman's capsule, it is called incoming. It is out going out, it is outgoing blood vessel. It is the incoming, and it forms the glomerulus. Very important one. Which blood vessel forms the glomerulus? Glomerulus is formed by afferent arteriole. You can see here Okay, afferent arteriole forms the glomerulus. It is very important point. Okay, right. Next one, glomerulus. Glomerulus is a bunch of capillaries of efferent arteriole, forms the glomerulus and present in Bowman's capsule, renal corpuscle, and Malphizian corpuscle are body. Malphizian corpuscle are body, and these two together we call renal corpuscle or Malphizian corpuscle or body consists of two parts. One is glomerulus, another one is Bowman's capsule, and form a Malphizian body or Malphizian corpuscle or renal corpuscle. It gives rise to glomerulus gives rise to, observe here, glomerulus gives rise to efferent arteriole. Okay, who gives rise to glomerulus? Efferent arteriole. Who gives rise to efferent arteriole? Glomerulus gives rise to efferent arteriole. Note down that. Efferent arteriole lesser diameter and narrow than, if you compare these two, this is the larger one, this is the smaller one, but here they did not show any difference here actually. Okay, this is the larger diameter I showed you in the previous slides, and it has lesser diameter. Okay, lesser diameter and narrow than efferent arteriole. It has a larger diameter compared to efferent. Arise from glomerulus and gives rise to vasa recta. Okay, look at this one, very important one. It is giving rise to, it is giving rise to peritubular capillaries and peritubular capillaries as well as vasa recta. Peritubular capillaries as well as vasa recta, you can observe here. Efferent arteriole is giving rise to two parts. One is peritubular capillaries, the other one is called vasa recta. And now these again joining and with arcuate vein and interlobular vein, and finally what is formed? Renal vein is formed finally. And next one, lesser diameter. Next one, efferent arteriole is structurally similar to portal vein. This is another important point, highlighted point. Efferent arteriole is structurally similar to portal vein. Okay, can you remember what is portal vein? A vein that begins with capillaries and ends with capillaries is the portal vein. If you observe this efferent arteriole also, it is starting with capillaries and also ending with capillaries. Okay, that's why it is similarly, it is similar to the efferent arteriole is structurally similar to portal vein because it is beginning with capillaries and ending with capillaries, and it begins as capillaries from the glomerulus. Okay, for example, here, observe here, it is beginning with capillaries here. This is efferent arteriole beginning with capillaries and it is also ending with capillary. That's why it is similar to efferent arteriole, structurally similar to portal vein. Okay, right. Vasa recta. What is vasa? Vasa means blood vessel. Recta means straight. Okay, recta muscle, rectus muscle. Era is rectum. Rectum, you know, in anus rectum. Straight one. Vasa recta, straight blood vessel. Era is from the efferent arteriole. Vasa recta arise from the efferent arteriole. Peritubular capillaries arise from the efferent arteriole. Arise from it, and it's the U-shaped one. It is the vasa recta is here. This is the U-shape. Vasa recta is generally in U-shape. The shape of the vasa recta I will show you here. Okay, look at this one. Okay, this is the vasa recta here. This is the vasa recta. Okay, this vasa recta, shape of the vasa recta is U shape. This is the vasa recta. What is the shape of the vasa recta? U shape. Okay, next one. Vasa recta is parallel. It runs parallel to the. It is parallel to the Henle's loop. Next, peritubular capillary network. Efferent arteriole forms a capillary network around the PCT and DCT. Around the PCT and DCT, there is a capillary network. This is called peritubular capillary network. Peri means around, tubular means tubular part. PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule. It is present around that. Okay, next one. and around the PCT and DCT. Renal vein, vasa recta and blood vessels from the capillary network, vasa recta and blood vessels from the capillary network collectively form renal vein. And less amount of urea, renal vein has less amount of urea. It is very important bit, it was asked in previous NEET exams. Okay, less amount of urea. Why? Because here in the renal vein, okay, here when blood goes to the kidney, here the urea is filtered, urea is filtered. That's why in this blood vessel, okay, the blood which is present in the renal vein has less urea compared to renal artery. In the renal artery, impure blood is present. In the renal vein, when I say the word impure and pure, you do not, you should not take oxygenated, deoxygenated into consider. You have to take nitrogenous waste material. Here impure blood is going on, that means blood with urea, and here urea is filtered and eliminated, and here pure blood is coming out. Pure means here it has a less urine, urea, less urea is present here, less amount of urea is present, and it opens into post caval vein. It finally opens into post caval vein. You can also see a blood circulation, heart to kidney, heart to kidney, kidney to heart, heart to kidney, kidney to heart. Okay, right. Heart. Left systemic aorta arises from the heart. In birds, right systemic aorta is there. In human being, there is a right left systemic aorta is present. From that left systemic aorta, okay, dorsal aorta comes down, and from the dorsal aorta, one blood vessel arises called renal artery. From that renal artery, afferent arteriole arises. From the afferent arteriole, glomerulus is formed. From the glomerulus, efferent arteriole is formed. This efferent arteriole form two structures: peritubular capillary network as well as vasa recta. They join and form renal vein. Renal vein joins with postcaval vein. Okay, and postcaval vein carries blood to heart. Heart to heart, in between that there is a kidney. Okay, this is about what this is, the vascular system of kidney, of blood circulation from our heart to kidney, again back to heart.